Hey everyone, thanks for coming back. Um, haven't been sleeping well lately. Just keep getting something keeps happening. In my sleep. Getting messages. I don't know, maybe being taken. I don't know. I wake up a lot, so I haven't been feeling very well rested. One thing that I was told last night was that people are still focusing too much on themselves and not others. You know, I'm not sure exactly. I guess take it how you want to. I'm thinking maybe it's people are more concerned about their own crap. Like material things. Who's got the best pictures on Facebook and whatever. And not focusing on people who may need help or are struggling or I don't know, just things like that. I mean, the main message I got was just people are focusing too much on themselves. Other things I want to talk about today, some things going on in the news. North Korea had that failed missile launch. You know, I don't know what that's all about. Possibly, maybe we intercepted the missile somehow. Maybe made it fail. I don't know. Other things going on in the news right now. There's a huge military push going from Washington down south. Heading into Oregon that some people reported. There was a large convoy seen on the freeway, and then also there was a train heading south with a lot of tanks on it, which would make a lot of sense because I know that when they decide to push the button and start destroying cities and all that, and putting on this false flag attack that's going to just delve us further into World War III. I know that this area is going to be destroyed. The major cities over here in Washington, like Seattle and Tacoma. I know that's part of the plan to destroy these cities. So, it makes sense that they would move a lot of their military assets south, like, tanks and vehicles. And there's a lot of generators that I saw on this video heading south. So, if they don't know that something's coming, it's certainly strange that there's this strange push going south, and we're within, 2.5 weeks away from all hell breaking loose. If the timeline I was given was correct, which I'm starting to believe. I mean, and if you guys aren't waking up to this stuff, then I don't know what to tell you. I mean, even just watching mainstream news, they're just fear mongering the whole North Korea thing and all that. Um, it's just it's happening. You know, whether you guys want to dismiss me and think I'm crazy or not, it's happening. I'm not exactly sure about the timelines, but uh, Damascus has streets named after dates, and one of them falls near my timeline. So it's a strange occurrence, if you ask me. And I didn't even know about it before I got the date. I just found about it. I found out about it last week. So yeah, you know, had a good weekend. On a personal note, did a lot of fun things. Spent some time with some family and friends. The people who matter most in my life. Too bad I was tired. I wanted to take a nap so bad. Anyway, there certainly is a battle of good and evil going on right now as we speak. It's apparent. It's all around us. Um, I just I'm just hanging tight and waiting. Waiting for God to come collect us. And that's pretty much all I have to say today. There's, just keep your eyes on what's going on in the world. One of the dates in the streets of Damascus actually had today's date, if I remember right, April 17th. So, something happens in Damascus today. It might not be published by the mainstream media, and you might find it from another source, but if something happens in Damascus today, I mean that's really peculiar because bombing on the 7th, and then you got today's date, and then May 6th. So just I'll check on it later today, see if something happened there. Maybe I'll post about it tomorrow if I remember. But anyway, just get ready, get prepared, guys, because there's the whole World War situation going on. There's a lot of activity going on in Yosemite. Old Faithful's showing a little extra activity. The ground underneath Yosemite is heating up, and it's not magma. That's what they're saying. So I don't know. I'm not a geologist. I don't work down there. I'm just going off of independent news sources that are actually posting about this stuff. In the mainstream media, you won't hear it on Fox or CNN or anything like that. There's also word that there's something coming. Some people say it's Nibiru or Planet X or whatever you want to call it. And that's why the Vatican has the Lucifer telescope, and and that's why they're so I think that's why they're chemtrailing the skies too, to kind of block out the sun, and also what other things might be coming that might send people into a panic. I mean think about it. If you knew like we were about to get hit with a meteor or a planet or something crazy like that, I mean most people just stop going to work, just go enjoy life. And that's what I'm doing. I mean I don't let any of this stuff bother me. I'm not afraid. I know where my place is. I know where I'm going to be. I have no fear in whatever's coming. Even if I get stuck here, I'm not going to be afraid of it. I really don't care. This world's very corrupt, and I think whatever's going on is happening for a reason. I've always believed things happen for a reason. And I've also learned some stuff. In my personal life that, at the time it was shitty. It sucked. It was destroying me emotionally. But I when I found Jesus Christ and let Him into my heart, things changed. I feel better. I don't have this sadness that I used to have. I'm not afraid of death. I'm not worried about what's coming. Mainly my job here is just to make sure you guys are ready. Make sure you have food stocks on hand. Make sure you're prepped. Food, first aid, ammunition. Because once people find out that you guys are living well and doing all right, they're gonna want what you got. So you gotta protect it. You gotta protect your family. And also, you're gonna have our government coming in and trying to take what's yours, and all that stuff too. So, I wouldn't. Don't go out and be violent. Don't by all means protect your family. Don't trust anyone who gives you high-end technology as a weapon. Because that was all meant to be for good, not evil. It's just the elites kept it from us, and they weaponized a lot of stuff that was meant to be for good. Who wouldn't like to not have to pay an energy bill? I'd love to have free energy. Not have to put gas in a car, pollute our atmosphere, stuff like that. All that stuff's available. It's just they won't give it to us. So, because of their greed, we're all suffering. Because they won't let go of the fiat money system. And what's going to happen is they're gonna cause a world war. People are going to get on their knees and beg for something better, something different. and we're going to get this false messiah, an alien invasion, or what have you. We're going to have this false messiah coming in trying to basically rule the world, and then, they're going to say, oh, well, by the way, you won't be able to pay for anything unless you get this mark, this RFID chip. Don't take it. Don't do it. Because it's basically what it's meant to do is to steal your soul, and they're going to put it in a silicon body, basically a robotic body, so that way they can torture you and keep you as a slave. That's what hell's going to be, basically. And your soul is going to be trapped inside this machine for eternity. I think that's exactly what their plan is. I don't care if you guys think I'm crazy. I mean, the technology's out there. It's just they won't share it with us. I mean, look at what's come out in the robotics field just recently. Now, if they're letting us see this kind of stuff, they probably have something way better waiting in the wings right now. Because, from my experience, when they finally release a lot of this technology that's coming out to the public, means they've been hiding it from us for quite a while, and they see that they can make money off of it. So that's why they start releasing this technology to people. Like cell phone technology was probably in place way before we even got cell phones. They said, oh, hey, well, you know what? That's a way we could track the populace. We can, sell them these gadgets that people don't really need, but, they're going to want them. And, people pay hundreds of dollars. People pay like $700 for an iPhone. Are you kidding me? Anyway, speaking of cell phone technology, so there was a gentleman, I guess, in Chicago running around killing people live on Facebook. Disturbing. So he's running around killing people live on Facebook. Apparently there was a freelance journalist who was in the process of trying to track him down. I don't know if he was trying to be like a vigilante or whatever. So he was trying to track this guy down, and he was live streaming him, in his vehicle, trying to track this guy down in Chicago to bring him to justice. And his live feed gets cut off. Well, once he gets his live feed back up and running, surprise, surprise, the Chicago Police Department tracks him down. Now, if you're able to track down an independent journalist who's live streaming his, him trying to do something good, there's a guy killing people, and this guy's trying to track him down, I mean, there's a such thing as a citizen's arrest, I mean, granted, I don't really agree with his tactics, but I think in a lot of these major cities, the police are part of the problem. They're not going to be the solution when the shit hits the fan. They're going to be part of the problem, in all honesty. But it comes to reason, if they're able to track down this independent journalist who's trying to do the right thing, and now they're on this manhunt and they can't find this dude who's killing people, I mean, does that not sound fishy in itself? I mean, come on. You track down an independent journalist trying to do the right thing, a fake newser, so to speak, and you track him down with the technology that he's using, but you can't find this dude that's going around just randomly killing people. Come on now. I mean, the bullshit that's going on nowadays is just it's tremendous. It's hard to believe that with the technology, I mean, the NSA, the CIA, all the ABCs of justice, all these evil entities that can track our every move. I mean, they're probably listening to me record this right now, even though my computer's not hooked to the internet. There's devices in this room that are connected to the internet. They're probably listening to me talking to my camera right now, offline. And they can't track down this dude that's killing people. Right. So it's scare tactics, it's fear mongering, it's them trying to make us afraid to go out in the world. The whole United Airlines thing, I really think what it was is this guy, this guy apparently was up to no good when he was a doctor. They don't tell you that he was abusing prescriptions for people. He was writing prescriptions for people who really didn't need these medications. And apparently he was having affairs with men while working. Excuse me. I don't know how much of this is true, but now all of a sudden he's suing, United Airlines, for a good chunk of money, and really I think for some reason he played a bigger role in this whole thing than the victim. He's playing a victim. He's not. I don't think he's really a victim. I mean, if he is really a victim, then I apologize. I'm wrong, but something just doesn't seem right about it. Anyway, I'm rambling, and I mean, don't take what the mainstream media tells you as truth, because a lot of it's crap. Maybe North Korea is not really the threat they say they are. I don't know. I've never been to North Korea. They're kind of shut off from the world, and they have been since I've been alive, which may play into the evil plan that they have going on right now. Maybe North Korea really isn't a threat. Maybe Kim Jong-un really isn't saying the things he is. I don't know, because they're using it as a ploy to get us into World War III. They want us to go to World War III, so they can enact their new world order. That's the way it rolls. Anyway, I'm done rambling. I hope you all had a great weekend, and be safe out there. Things are coming. Things are coming. I predicted riots on the 15th, and there was a standoff in Berkeley. I don't know if maybe that was just a precursor of things to come. But I mean, once the lights are out and no one has access to money or anything, I think that's going to set a lot of people off, and I think there's a lot of people just waiting in the wings for that signal to try and spark things off. I mean, you're going to have the mob mentality. So just be safe out there. Get ready. Prepare. Have a bug out plan to somewhere remote. Don't hang out in major cities, because they're not going to be safe. Anyway, God bless you all, and good luck. That's all I gotta say.